this, you got to figure out a way to get over it, right? Because
absolutely,
that matters so hardcore right now, especially, always, but right now. So I just wanted to bring that up because I did hear that from so many people, and the ones that are just embracing this are actually having so much success. So, you know, keep going, stay in your lane, and make sure that you're able to, you know, support yourself, obviously, because if you can't help yourself, you can't help anybody else either.
Absolutely.
Right.
Awesome. Right. Now, can you share your computer now?
Yes.
Okay, beautiful.
Awesome. So my tech tip today is goals. Now, some of you were just on a goals call with me earlier, and I don't want you to check out when I say goals, because I know that that's not such a sexy subject, but here's the deal, guys. We have a really awesome tool in our goals reporting. So most of the people, if I asked you like what your unit goal is this year, you're gonna know that. You're gonna know that, right? You should know. It should be somewhere in your head, right? If I say, okay, well then what's your appointment goal? Okay, so some of you are going ×2 or whatever your conversion rates are. All right, okay, so what is that per month? What is that, so forth, so forth. But I think what most of us don't think about is, okay, how many contacts do I have to have in my database for that to happen? And how many leads do I need to generate for that to happen? So I'll just share my screen here, and I want to show you this because this brings clarity to everything that we're doing on a daily basis, right? So in Command, agent.kw.com, you're gonna go over to the reports tab right here, which is this, these little bars, right? And when you pop in there, it's actually gonna, everyone can see my screen, right? You guys
yes.
Okay, cool. So it's gonna pop you over to the dashboard actually first, which is just your stats about your database and all that other stuff. And you can pull reports through the reports tab up here, but you wanna go over to this goals tab. Okay, we want everyone to get your goals in here just because it's insane the tracking that happens, and I'll show you how exactly it happens. So you go to the goals tab and you're going to see this button here. If you've never set your goals in here, you're not going to see anything here, but you should go to the goals settings tab, and you can always go and edit this, and your information does not disappear until you basically hit save and change, right? So it's going to give you this guide, and you're just going to say get started. Very simple. Okay, make sure this is on 2020 on the side here. These are gonna say 0 until you plug some numbers in here. What I love about this is that you don't have to do very much math at all. So you wanna focus on profit first. So aside from expenses and cost of sale, what do you want your profit to be? And so if I just picked the number here for being even 6 so that we kind of have the, going off the model, and I'll explain that, but there's a little info button here that you can hover over. And so this is actually, it will tell you that this is the amount of profit that you're gonna take away after all your expenses and cost of sale, but you're still paying taxes off of this. This is not your net. So just be clear. If you forget, just hover over that I there. But this is where it gets really good. So the MREA, economic model, budget model for your business is what? Who can tell me what the MREA budget model is? Quiz time. I will send you
a $50 gift card.
That's right. Come on, somebody. Anybody? Unmute yourself. Tell me.
1 million.
The budget model. That was a good one. I like that. 1 million is good. What the budget model is talking about is what percentage goes where. What are the percentages that go into these items here? Anyone remember? All right, I'm gonna let you guys off the hook. It's 30, 30, 40. 30% to expenses, 30% to cost of sale, and 40% profit to you. Right? So you might think, okay, well, I am not spending this much on expenses, or I'm not spending this much on cost of sale. So what you do is you start with the profit first. So how much money do you want to profit? So if you want to net 100 grand, you probably want to have a profit of 150 or so, right? Because 1/3 is going to go to taxes. So here's my profit goal is 150. And then I'm going to take this times 30% and plug that number there, and this times 30% and plug that number there. So this is what the MREA teaches us based off of all those millionaire agents, that if you go past the 30% in your business in terms of expenses or cost of sale, you're going to get yourself out of whack and it's not sustainable. That doesn't mean that you're necessarily as a solo agent spending 30% here and 30% here, right? So if you just want to do this is fine. So you can have an idea, and then you're going to end up netting, profiting more, obviously, at the end of the year. But what you can also do is expenses and cost of sale. Does anybody know what is expenses and cost of sale, guys? What's the difference?
Commission paid and business expense.
Yes, thank you. So expenses is more like the fixed expenses. If you've got an admin, you're paying a salary as an expense. Your buyer agent is only making money if they're closing something, so you've got a cost of sale. All right, your cost of sale is also your cap, okay? So if you want, you can go ahead and just put 23.5 here for right now. And then maybe if you're, closing or spending a certain amount per listing or per transaction, maybe it's $500 that you're spending if you have a transaction for closing costs or photos or whatever it is, add that in there as well. Expenses is things like your office, any fixed costs, right? So you can do it more custom, but if you want to just know what it would be, this is pretty good. So you want to put some money back into your business as well. And then it already splits your stuff here from listings to buyers in terms of what the percentages are there. But you can change this if you want. So it's just doing 50-50 for you right now. Average commission per unit, if we're going off of a $600,000 average, you can plug this in here. So I said 3.5% on a listing would be 21. And on a buyer side, 2.5, so it's 15. And you can also add average lease cost in here. That's all you have to do. And you go next. And what I love about this is that it really simplifies this. So I go through this with a lot of agents, and usually what I hear is, wow, I did not realize that it breaks it down to that small of an amount for all kinds of things like leads and contacts. Oops. So you can set that, and remember, you can always come back. So the next part is the funnel, right? So it has certain percentages in here. So it's going to calculate fallout rates for you. So you can add different percentages, but what they are in here is they're actually going to be 75 and 75, but I've changed mine from under contract to closed to 90. So whatever, so you start from the bottom and kind of think about it. How many units, from under contract are going to close?
We can't hear you, Sonia. I don't know if it's your mic.
You can't hear me?
Now we could.
Oh, shoot. Sorry, guys. So how many, if you get someone in escrow, what percentage of those do you think is going to close for you? Everyone's going to have a different number, but the NAR number is 75%, and that's why it's in there for you. On the side here, you can go and change it though if you want to. So for instance, I put 90% down there, but you can just change this or leave it and just hit next. And what's going to happen is it's going to bring you back in here. You're just going to say what's next to move forward. So it's just having you review it. And now you can go to your reports and view the goals in the middle here. And when you do this, this is where the magic is.
You like the magic, that's for sure.
This is the magic, okay? Because look, it's going to show you on this screen in these little boxes, if it would update for me, your annual goals. So it's just taking a second, sorry guys. Give me a sec. Here we go. So here's my annual goal for units closed. If I want to make the 150 in profit, right? You work it back. You got to make this many appointments, that many appointments set. Look at this though. It'll rate you as to where you are. So here's my contacts. I've got 4,500 contacts in my database. I'm actually exceeding my goal here. It says I need 722 contacts that are getting a 36 touch from me, right? But this is where it gets really good. So the leads section, you take this number of leads, right? It tells you how many leads you've gotten here to date. And it'll tell you what percentage you're at. So now you're gonna take this leads number, and if you divide this by 52 weeks, it's gonna give you a number. So for me, this number is 277 leads per week is what I would need. Now, it's calculating a large fallout rate for you. And I think that if any of you will do this amount of, find this amount of leads per week, you are gonna end up closing way more deals. Because again, this is an NAR stat, and NAR is the whole nation, and there's always, you know, it's the 80-20 rule, because there's not all agents are doing that much business, right? So you take the 14,000, you get 277 leads per week. How are you gonna find these leads? What do you guys think? Any ideas? Silence. So
Facebook ads, contacting your sphere.
Yes.
Et cetera.
FSBO, expired, whatever. But if you're thinking, okay, well, I don't do FSBO calls, or I don't do expired calls, I don't really want to, you know, cold call, or I don't want to do circle prospecting, you got to get these leads somehow, guys. Otherwise, you're just not going to get to your units. So 277 leads per week, I can do that with a Facebook ad automatically. Seriously, I ran a one-day ad and I got 12 leads. One-day ad, right? So let's just say that I ran a week ad and this stuff, and you're only calling them as they're doing stuff, right? And they're going directly into your database, and then you're calling and texting and emailing and putting them on smart plans. You're going to be generating these leads, and this is the only thing you really need to focus on, right? And then now we're going towards, okay, the appointment's set, right? And then moving them forward. But the awesome thing about this is that it's going to calculate for next year. If you're using this, which you will be, because you have to put all your deals through here anyway, you're going to put these people in opportunities, and you're going to keep moving them forward in these stages until they close. And next year, your percentages will be in there for you, right? Because it's going to track that for you. So if you haven't done so yet, please go into the goal setting tab with the reports tab down here. And it's going to drop you on a dashboard again, and go to your goals side, and then go set your goals and just get clarity over how many leads that is and how many contacts you have to have in your database, right? That are getting 36 touches from you, not just sitting there, not doing anything. That won't yield anything, right? So that's my little tech tip for you for the day. But I think that just being, you know, clarity is power. You have those leads in there. So that amount of leads is going to sound nuts, but when you break it down by week, or 39 a day, right? You can do some sphere calls, you could do some referral calls, you could just have your Facebook trickling in on you. And just on a side note, you know, you're going to get your Kelly notification anytime somebody does anything, but now the leads are also being emailed to you. So that was an update from last week, and that's awesome. So that is my 2 tidbits for the day. And then we are running the virtual business building classes tomorrow and Friday from 10 to 12. You're welcome to join. It's on the calendar. We are just doing nothing but starting up our command business, basically.
Beautiful.
You're all welcome to join that. Okay, that's
Beautiful.
it.
Awesome, Sonia. Thank you so much. And guys, one thing to keep in mind, you know, you can always manipulate the system. You know, just like Sonia was saying, you know, she implemented, she added some stuff, and you can always change. Now, the conversations we had prior to COVID-19, you know, on the agents that I was having conversations with, you know, your goals should always stay the same throughout the year. Regardless of what we're dealing with, you know, the goal should always stay. We just got to adapt and modify, but we continue doing, you know, and ultimately the end results, once we complete our 4th quarter, will dictate, okay, what did we do differently? What improvements? Where is our set standards? Because again, looking at, you know, right now we're just finishing up the 2nd quarter of the year. as we transition into third quarter, which is right now the hottest. And I was actually looking at the trend report, and is like, okay, I'm starting to see the wave of where we're at, you know, for the company itself. And the conversations I'm going to be having, just as much as the conversations you're going to be having, is, you know, where can I go find another buyer? Where can I find a new seller? Where can I find an investor? Where can I find a deal where I can put into escrow? So these are the conversations you should be looking more so right now, guys, as we are hitting the summer. You know, the summer is usually hot. Regardless of the circumstances that we're dealing with, it shouldn't interfere with your business. You know, everything that we can do, just the aspect of technology, just like Sonia was saying, you know, implement, utilize the tools that are there for you to help you grow your business. So awesome. Thanks, Sonia. Appreciate the information. All right, let me share my screen real quick. All right. All right, so we want to congratulate Brian and Sammy. I'm not sure if they're on the call, but congratulations for capping. If you do reach out or see them, you know, make sure to tell them congratulations for capping. So regardless of what we're dealing with, you know, they were able to still continuously, you know, make things happen and close deals. So congratulations to both Brian and Sammy for capping. Also, Gary Nix, congratulations. I thought I saw Gary on the call. Gary, if you can hear me, congratulations for capping. I had Gary maybe a few weeks ago talk about his business, and he is doing some phenomenal stuff. And consistency, you know, Mr. Consistency is his new nickname. Very diligent, and similar to what Sonia was saying, Gary picks up the phone consistently, and hits his database. That's all he does. Every time I go upstairs to check in, he's on the phone, you know, converting and closing deals. So congratulations, Gary. Keep up the good work. And if you do happen to see him or even reach out to him, you know, just a quick little phone call to congratulate him. All right, also Trevor Portiz, congratulations also for capping. And Kelly, congratulations, Kelly, for her first listing. So if you happen to know Kelly, reach out, say congratulations for her first listing. You know, especially when you are new in the industry, and the excitement of getting a new listing. So reach out and congratulate her for her first listing. All right, is Ben from First American Title, is he on the call?
We're right here. Hey, Simon, hey guys.
Hey, Ben, how are you?
Wait, I need it good, how you doing?
I am well.
Awesome, we need to get you a new photo of us over here. So I have, this is Ben, I have Grant over here with First American. Thank you for first and foremost, thank you for having us on your Zoom meeting over here today. I wanted to share a couple of tools that we kind of developed over the last couple of months while we've all been working at home and online. And I'm gonna pass it over to Grant.
Okay, so thank you, Simon, for having us. Thank you, everyone, for being on here. Wanted to actually just, you know, we were talking over this whole entire thing, and we were just kind of like, hey, what do we need to do personally for ourselves to get our business back and going, and obviously try to keep it running throughout the last couple months, and with everything that's come everybody's way. And, you know, one of the things that we saw was, you know, getting back to basics. Simon just brought up, you know, that Gary hops on the phone and makes calls. You know, it's kind of those classic things that stand the test of time. But with that also being said, you know, there are a myriad of ways that you can prospect. And what we decided to do was we decided to put all of these onto one list for you. So if you're starting out and you're trying to figure out what your marketing plan is post COVID-19 and everything that's going on, we wanted to be able to give you kind of like a menu when you go to a restaurant and pick what you want out of it. And what we did was we took several different categories, well, actually a bunch of categories, and we went online and we found each one that was reviewed the best and had the highest rate of return for real estate agents, and just made a list for you guys. So when you're starting out, you want to know, hey, I want to send all my clients in my database. You've all heard of HomeBot AI, yeah. HomeBeat. There's all these different ones that will send your clients, the people that you've done sales with, every month. It'll send them a valuation of their property. Well, we found 4 different options for that, and the 4 different options that were reviewed the best, we put on this list for you to take a look at. You want drone photography. Well, we found the 3 highest rated drone photographers in the area. There's a couple other ones. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we put together in a nifty, I don't know if you guys can see this nifty little prospecting toolkit for you, where basically it's just a list of recommendations and referrals of different vendors and tools and people that can really help you with your business. And whether it's your business, your marketing, your listings, or yourselves, like Grant was saying, there's some contact information, marketers, you have social media marketers, you have online marketers, mass text messages, different slide dial programs. That's all in a nifty little list over for you. Yep.
So yeah, we just want to make it easy for you to pick what you want to do. You want to do 2 to 3 things and do a lot of those things. So this kind of consolidates your ability to pick and choose what you want to do, and then give it time to work, 6 months to a year. If you're farming a geographical area, you got to give it time to have turnover. If you're calling, you got to call enough to give it enough data to where you see if you're putting your efforts in the right area. So we want to help you with the best vendors that are out there. So we just put together the review list for you.
So pretty easy. If you guys would like one of these prospecting toolkits, please just email us and we will reply back and send you our nifty little online booklet.
If you could do me a favor, Ben, on the chat, can you just put in your email so that way everyone has your contact information?
Of course.
That way, if anyone wants to take advantage of what you're providing, they can email you. So awesome stuff. Any questions, guys?
I just want to say that the next step from that is to add those people to command.
Absolutely.
And tag them as @Ben and @Grant, obviously, as well. And you tag them as Allied Resource, which is already a tag in there. And then when you go to your contacts, you can just type in Allied Resource and they'll all come up in one screen. Boom.
Awesome. Thank you.
Very cool.
Awesome. Anything else, Ben? What's going on in the Market Center on your perspective out there?
We've actually been pretty busy. There's a lot of, there's been an influx of new sales that are coming both on the market and going into escrow from all around. Primarily, I would say, you have we're seeing a lot of activity in the the 600 to $1 million stage, but really right now we're also seeing a lot of sales coming in that's hitting the 2-3 million mark also.
Yeah, absolutely. Since the county is opening up businesses, allowing business owners to open up, we're starting to see, obviously the traffic is one of the things that I've noticed immediately. There's more traffic, where even 2 months ago traffic was nothing. There was no traffic. I was getting into the office super quick. So people are obviously coming out, and we're starting to see a lot of more deals getting into escrow. So yeah, absolutely. So right now, guys, the summer is hot. Take full advantage of it, and go find those buyers, go find those sellers. So thanks, Ben.
We're gonna have some stats coming out in the next week or so that'll kind of keep you up to date on what's going on. So be on the lookout for that. We will email you all.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you, Simon. Thank you, guys.
All right, let's continue. Let me share my screen real quick. And next, I believe it's I think Nicole is on the call. I don't think it's
Marty.
So apologize. Hold on a second.
Wow.
let me just click off of there. Marty, are you?
Marty's not here, but Nicole is. Can you guys see my screen and my PowerPoint now?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Hey, Nicole, how are you? Thank you so much for being on the call. Appreciate it.
I'm good. Thanks for joining. I'm happy to be here. I think that, you know, right now, like you said, people are starting to get out there. So we wanted to kind of do a quick overview for you guys today of what's going on with showings and how to manage them carefully and under the current rules. And then hopefully later this month, we'll go over some of the new forms releases as well, because there's so much going on right now. As you guys have seen over the past, we've sent out several emails to you all of everything that's going on. Generally, we don't allow recording of our presentations. The reason we do that, I don't know if you can stop the recording, but either way.
Yeah, hold on. I think I can.
The main reason we do it is for,
conversation. So again, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Nicole with Broker Resource, they are part of our legal counsel to help us, navigate through these uncertain times. So thanks again, Nicole, for your time. Really appreciate it. All right, guys, it is 12:56, right on time. Love it. So let's bring our affiliates. Are you on the call? All right, anyone? Go ahead, Joy. Just a quick 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
There you go.
Hi guys, I'm Joanne with Orange Coast Title. Just great to see you all. And I really appreciate being part of your meetings. And a big shout out to Grant and Ben. I'm stealing your ideas, buddies.
All right, awesome, thank you. All right, Wendy.
Hi everyone, happy Wednesday. I am Wendy Holt with Snap and HD, and I am glad to be part of this meeting and get invited every week. So I appreciate that. Thank you, Simon. Great information. So if you need me, call me, 310-480-7510. Have a wonderful day. Be safe. Bye. Take care.
Thanks, Wendy. Hey, Mindy. My NHD, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. What a wonderful meeting. Really good updates, very, very good. Awesome. Mindy with MyNHD, and just want to remind you that we are in partnership with Sierra on your ZIP forms. So when you're making an offer, don't forget we're the first drop-down box. We're endorsed by them, approved by them, and 26 years of no issues on our report. So we're here to keep you safe.
Beautiful. Awesome. Thank you, Mindy. Be safe out there. Nicole Romero, what's up?
Hi.
Good to see you twice today. So thank you for being on the call, by the way.
Of course. Thank you. I had some conflicting things coming into my new position. So thank you. It's great to see everybody again today, doubled up. And great information from everyone. Thank you. It's just great to just stay close to what's important to you guys, your guidelines, and also just to see what's out there innovatively for the whole marketplace. So great job to everyone. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Nicole. And Ray from Elite Group. How you doing, man?
Doing good. Thank you, Simon. Yeah, as you guys were saying, if you need multiple inspectors on the property, we stagger the inspection. So we give you enough time to clean up. We'll get the termite there, sewer scope, whatever it may be if you need all three. And I'm proud to say last week we capped out at 468 inspections. So we are booking 3 to 4 days in advance right now, and we are capping out this week as well. So we are pre-COVID numbers again, guys. Business is crazy.
There you go. You heard it from the man. So business is ramping up, guys. Take advantage of our affiliates. Anyone else that I'm missing? Going once, going twice. I think I got all the affiliates. Wonderful. All right, guys. Well, that concludes our sales meeting. It is 12:58, right on time. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate you guys being on the call. Stay safe and healthy. I'll see you next week on our next sales meeting. And numbers don't lie, guys. We're really seeing big numbers going up. So make those connections. Hit those buyers, hit those sellers, and especially the investors. They're out there looking for deals, guys. Okay?
Thank you, Simon.
I'll see you guys soon. All right? Take care.